tomatoes are going to add some juiciness back to. Alright guys, welcome back to Stuck at the Nile. I'm stuck with you guys and we're always smiling. Can you guys hear that? Look at that. Listen to that. Yo, that's one pleasant sound to be hearing in the night, especially when like the lights go off and like everybody gone to bed. Like you can hear the river roaring. And cooking up here in this kind of semi-outdoorsy type of kitchen, because as I said in the last video, we're in a freaking tree doing this. Yeah, but anyway, woke up, didn't eat any breakfast. It's now basically lunchtime, so I'm gonna be preparing some lunch today. Something very easy. In Jamaica, we have a dish called corned beef. Corned beef is, for some strange reason, it's pretty expensive, but it's like canned beef. It's canned beef actually that is you know, it's not extremely salty, but it's salty. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do it with some pressed green plantains. These are a little bit on the riper side. I'll see what level they're at. Judah's dad gave that to me like 2 days ago from his own little plantain tree, so that was a vibe. So let's get into this video. It's gonna be quick and easy, quick and simple, and I hope you guys like it. If you like this type of recipe and stuff, or drop in the comments, tell me if you like it or how do you do yours. I'd appreciate it. Alright, to show you guys some of the major components, corned beef as I spoke about. For some reason, I just always rock with the glazed corned beef because, I don't know, the quality of this is generally a lot better than the others I've had. If you're a Jamaican, you know how important the key is, because like, yo, if you lose this, it's so bad in Jamaican homes. For example, mine, I have a key, like a spare key just put down like in my drawer, just in case, in my kitchen drawer, not my like clothes drawer, my kitchen drawer, where just in case, if I don't have that. And in Jamaica, again, we have generally the basic seasonings that we use for most stuff. So the onions, bell pepper, escallion, which is I think from the onion family. Onions there, of course, garlic, pepper, and of course some thyme. So those are the basic stuff that I'm going to be using today. Some pimento, of course. And that's why you find sometimes when I do my cooking, I try to add something a little bit different, because these herbs are so, I don't want to say monotonous, but yeah, they're so consistent in the dishes. Sometimes you kind of want to have a little, you know, a little difference in flavors. But anyway, let me check on the plantains, and oh my gosh, it's kind of tricky. So as you guys can already see, these basically ripened up because I had them in brown paper bag, and brown paper bag basically helps it to ripen. But I still have one green one. To be quite honest, I am not like a rundown fan of pressed green plantain, so I don't mind having some mostly ripe and then this green one here. So I'm gonna work with this green one and see what we can do. All right, let's do it. Now I do know some persons do message me on Instagram and they ask me like questions about, you know, what ingredients I use exactly, and you know, like for direct recipes and stuff, because you know, I don't know, they might watch the video and they might, you know, want to try the way that I cook. And I tell people all the time, I'm not a chef, like no big chef or whatever. Yes, I've worked in restaurants before and stuff like that, but most of what I do is just as a layman person. But for those people who might be watching that and want just details, for some dishes I cut up the spices a little bit different. For example, I like onions. You know, as I got older, I realized that I did like onions in my dish. So for a dish like this, I like to see the onions in there. So I will have the onions cut up a little bit more bigger, and a little bit more visible. But if you know that you want the same taste but you don't like onions, then of course chop them up smaller. So for this dish, you're gonna find that like the peppers, I might have it even bigger than this, because I just like to, when I bite into certain parts, it's just like spiciness. I just love that when it comes down to corned beef, like a corned beef cook up. So that's just how I'm gonna cut up the dish based on my spices. For you, if you don't like certain stuff, again, just remove them, and whatever you like, have them big, have them small, that's up to you. Now, some even as simple as tomatoes, sometimes it depends on your preference. For example, if you like your corned beef to be very watery, like you like to have, you know, some fluidity to it, then definitely keep the seeds in there if you don't mind that. But if you're like me and you want it to be a drier kind of corned beef, maybe you can remove the seeds, because, you know, even though it takes away from the chicken it takes away from the nutrition value, it all depends on what you like in your dish. This time around I'm gonna keep the seeds. I have no problem with it today. I'll keep it in there. Alright, and just to give you an idea, this is the basic look of how I cut everything up. Yeah, this is my preference. You do it however you want to. So now we have the green banana here. Many persons love this, so I'm gonna try to do this with some good justice. I'm gonna cut this up basically and press it. If I remember, I think my girlfriend says after she presses it, she will salt it, then fry it and salt it again. So I'm gonna use that method and see how well it works. To be very honest, I'm kind of happy that the other ones are a bit ripe, because trust me, I love ripe plantain, man. Ripe plantain is just like the best. So I'm gonna have a good complement today of green and ripe. Now, hearing those birds just chirping or whatever, it's a hell of a peaceful sound. It's ridiculous. You guys might have seen that I dropped the plantains already into the hot oil. I just rub it in some salt, cut it up, and after it's fried, I'm gonna press it out, and then, you know, maybe add a little bit more salt to it. But that all depends. And I'm gonna do the sweet plantains probably the same way as well. I don't know. I'll mess around with it and see what happens. But yo, it's a great vibe. Yo, it's crazy how beautiful here is. Very simplistic, very rustic. Don't get away from it. But yeah, it's just really calm here. Alright, so some persons like the corned beef a little bit different. Some persons like it oily, not so oily. I kind of like mine a bit dry, so I'm gonna try to attempt to go for that. I'll drop some of the seasonings in to be sauteed. Not all, but most. Of course, I like pimento, so I'm gonna drop a few of those in. And of course, now for those who are a bit wondering how to pull this, because I've heard someone from the US, they came here and they saw this and they're like, well, not the US, from Europe. One of the ladies here, they saw me with it and they're like, how do you pull these? Yeah, so I know not everybody knows how. Alright, basically you just smash these in and just move it around with the sauteed onions and so on. That's it. This is also a very easy dish. So for me, I kind of like it on the drier side, so I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit more. Some persons I do know use ketchup in there. I don't have it. That's a lie. I have ketchup. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of ketchup to it. Just give it a little sweetness, and for tradition's sake. But it doesn't matter for me. Ketchup, no ketchup. I just don't like it too sweet with the ketchup though. I'm gonna leave that there and let it dry down a little bit more. Again, I like mine a bit on the drier side. If you don't with yours, then yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, spread it out. It's almost like when you're doing like a hash, when you spread the potatoes and stuff and then you let the underside kind of burn a little bit. That's how I like it. Alright, so basically after it's done frying, all you have to do with the green plantain is press, and there you go, you have pressed green plantains. If you try to, let's say for example this, if you try to press it before it's fried, you're not going to get it. It's just going to break apart into something like this, like a banana chip. You don't want that. Now this here, this is a conventional shape that people like. You can do it this way if you want to, but like this is not the conventional way they do it in Jamaica. This way, like a Tostones, as I hear it's called in some of the Hispanic countries. Yeah. But I'm gonna match mine on with some ripe plantain as well. Just press lightly because this is very soft, and there we go. It looks the same. And what I like with some dishes is when you have variation. So what I mean is some sweet, some not so sweet. It just complements the whole dish. So I'm gonna have it like this, and yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Now what I like about these plantains here, they're not quite fully ripe, so they still have this kind of green plantain flavor, but still with a slight faintness of ripeness, which I like. Ooh, this is gonna make a good plate. This is gonna make a very good plate. Green plantain, sweet plantain. I guess I couldn't help myself but do a little twist nonetheless. So remember, like I said, how I like it? When it's almost sticking to the pan. I like that texture when it comes down to corned beef. If you like it that way, let me know. So I'm just gonna flip it around. I just like the kind of crunchy, soft kind of mixture in between. I don't like when it's all the way soft. Tell me if you like it this way, or if you like it when it's just, you know, the soft version. I'll flip that a couple times, and then again, this is how I do it. I'm gonna leave it like this again, and get one more crisp to it. Then I'll just add the seasonings. Alright, so it's time to add these stuff to it, and of course the tomatoes are going to add some juiciness back to, you know, with the seasoned stuff. We're going to add some juiciness back to the corned beef. Another way that I like it when it's a bit peppery, so I do have some pepper seeds in there as well, because, you know, just a preference. So whatever way you want it to be soft, just switch the method of how I do it to your method. That's cooking, guys. You know, even though we might like the same dish, there might be a variation. For example, people like steak medium rare, some people like it rare, some people like it well done, some people like it charred. You know, it just all depends on you and your preference. Alright, so that would be it. I'm gonna let that stay for a little bit on a very, very low flame, and yeah, I was trying to get you guys to hear the chickens. Maybe you're hearing them, I don't know. But the chickens tend to roost somewhere there on the ledge of the river. You heard them? Yo, morning time, done gone already. Time for now, do something. Dig up dirt. I know. Beautiful sun shining day in Jamaica, man. And this is basically the finished article. So you have your green plantains, sweet plantains with the corned beef and thing. So that is the vibe right now. But anyway, I'm gonna dig in right now, enjoy this meal, and just check out this view that I'm seeing here, just to give you guys an idea of what I'm looking off at here. And just relax a little bit. The next video that I'm gonna be doing, hopefully if I get the chance, it's gonna be a car meal pudding. I'm gonna make enough so I can, you know, share it with people and, you know, get their feedback and so on. And I'm gonna do that outdoors. I'm gonna be doing a little outdoor oven again, and you know, see how that works out. But anyway, guys, remember to see things. Love, nature, adaptation, and always remember, keep the link.